Good morning, everyone. All right, so we are going to do a pink dewy look today. My goodness, I'm sorry. So I'm going to show you guys kind of what I mean by that. Let's put on some primer and work that out. So the primer, again, I use two if you haven't watched me before. I use the Unique Glorious Touch Face Primer, as well as the Poreless Putty Primer from e.l.f. Okay, so I always go in with this one first, topping it off a little bit. So we're going to do that. Please pardon my hair. I know it's crazy right now. Having to clean things. So this is very much a you're going to be cleaning the house kind of vibe today. Basically what I'm doing. So I'm going to go ahead and put this back on a little bit like that. And I did apply moisturizer already. So how is everyone doing though? That would be a good thing to know. Please don't pardon my phone, it's fine. So I'm really getting in. You always want to make sure you get a little bit up in here. Okay. So now that that is taken care of, wipe that off my hand. And then we're going to go in with the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. That seems to have been working for me. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my mirror. Here we go. And we're just going to apply that, but I want to make sure that I can see where I'm going with that. So I'm going in with my finger, and I'm just going to apply right here on the nose, just the T-zone, the areas where the pores are the most active, I guess I should say. So I'm really getting it under here, on the nose, up here. All right. And then down on the chin a little bit. Basically anywhere we don't want to have creases for the most part. Okay. So now that that's on, and it does not take much, I'm going to go ahead and let it sit for about 30-45 seconds, but that gives me enough time to show you how I make a dewy look. Okay, so I like Unique. I like their foundation. However, it's not always full coverage, and it doesn't go on dewy for me. So I like a dewier look. So I'm actually going to be blending it in with this. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Dewy formula. This is in Rose Ivory. This is in Scarlet. Now, I also have Organza. Organza also works very well for this on my skin tone as well. So really, it's a matter of whichever one you want to do that. So you do have to shake both up, but this one requires a little more prep. So you shake it really quickly like that. Then you take the dropper, drop out everything that's in there, shake it up really well because it is a mineral foundation. So it does separate a bit. And isn't always your friend. And then there's this where I just got to do this. Okay, they're both pretty liquidy, but what I do is I'm actually going to mix them up. So I take this and see how there's a spatula on it right there? I go on the back of my hand here and just scrape it off. Now I like to put on a little bit more than that just because it is a thinner formula. So that should be enough theoretically for that to work. And then take this, the Scarlet, and hi guys, feel free to let me know what's going on up in the chat there. Go ahead. So I'm going to take a few drops of this. Now it's always famous that you put on like 3 drops on a brush and get your whole face, right? Not for me, but I do put the 3 drops in there. And then what I do is I take the butt end of one of my tiny brushes And I just mix it a little bit on the back of my hand here. Now you can use a brush, you can use a sponge, you can do it however you want to do it with this part. I'm going to go ahead and use one of my e.l.f. brushes. I'm going to go ahead and use this one. It's their Swirl Clear Handle Foundation brush. I actually really like that brush, so should be good to go on that one. Let me grab a mirror. I don't really want to be on the big one for you guys. I want you guys to be able to see what's going on. So I'm going to use, it's a compact, but see, now it's not dripping down my hand either. So, all right, this is a compact to their powder foundation, but we're not using that right now. So I'm going to go in with the brush, and I'm going to just gather a good bit of product and start to go in. Now, I'm not going to apply a whole lot of pressure to the brush. We're just going to work it out a little bit. I don't know why, but my skin's been feeling kind of raw lately. It's kind of weird. But this gives your face a good bit more coverage. You can use a brush, but I think I'm also going to go ahead and use my microfiber sponge. So I'm going to go in, grab more of that product, and I'm just going to bounce it nicely across my skin. Now, you can also put in concealer with this. I didn't think to do that for you guys for this part. My bad. But, I mean, we're using concealer again anyway, so it's okay. And like I said, you can mix in concealer if you want. That is totally okay. I'm almost out of the unique one, so I won't be showing it to you on that. But, yeah. So, we just kind of go about this. And it goes far on a microfiber sponge. It goes far on any good sponge in general, so. There we go. And then pick up a little bit more and come over here. Okay. So that is taking some of my redness away. See, because on that side, now I had more foundation on it because of the brush, but it is doing a, yeah, it's gone now, but that just means we redo the mixture, and that's fine. So let's go ahead and do that. So bring back a little more of the Dewy foundation, and on the back of the hand again, just like the first time. Gonna dunk again to get a good bit on the hand. Okay. Then go back in with the unique. Okay. And put 3 more drops in there. That was more like a big drop, but all right. Oh well, things happen. So I'll take this, mix it around on my hand again, and we'll just take off. We'll just do that with whatever's left, and then go back in with the sponge. Whoop. Back in with the sponge, and there we go. This is a good foundation. I mean, both foundations are great on their own, but I like to combine it a little bit when I want to be a little dewy. The dewy look, I find, goes, even through the powder, okay? Because I do powder my face. Like, that's not, no matter what, that's kind of not negotiable. Like, it dries off a little bit more on a powder finish because of the unique foundation, but still. So, we are almost completely blended at this point. So I'm just going back over at this point, so I made too much now. But just going back over any areas that may need to be taken care of. And everybody needs down the neck, right? Just down in here. So you can see that it is working out. Okay, so that's how I make a dewy look with this. Okay, so that's how you make a dewy look with little combination of the foundations. And there you have it. So yes, there's a little bit on the back of my hand still, I know. But that's okay. We're just gonna any last few places. Any last few nooks and crannies. And we're good. Now you can use concealer if you want to, that's totally fine. I personally, when I do this, don't feel like I need to, but in the interest of showing this, for concealer, because I am out of my unique one right now. I mean, I have the tube sitting there, but it's like you have to struggle, and I'm not going to struggle today. Oh, geez. Ugh, itch. Nose itch. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and with this one. It's their 16-hour Camel Concealer, Light Ivory. Once again, grab a mirror here. You know, I like to do the concealer before powder. That's just me. I don't need it, I understand, but I like doing it anyway. So right here we have the under eye problem. Another under eye problem. And if you feel like you need to do this, go ahead. That's up to you. Wherever you feel you didn't get a whole lot of coverage, just go ahead. So I will move on to this part and just blend it all in there. There we go. And blend it in. Ah, nice. Okay. So we've got that taken care of. Oh my goodness. All right, so see? All right, so let's go ahead and powder, okay? I've been using a few different things, but I want to go in with my Coty Airspun today. Oh, the itch. Do not know why. Anyway, this is the Coty Airspun, and it's in the shade, oh, it says Translucent Extra Coverage. So, and it is scented, guys. Just be aware of that. Yeah. There you go. All over the place now. Okay. So I'm going to tap some into the lid. Into the lid. And then I'm going to use my... I'll use the other side of my Blendiful from Tati Beauty. And I will apply this. So basically, again, we're just applying things. So much applying. Okay, going back in over here. That was my phone, sorry. So I'm going to go ahead and use this side. Pack in some powder and don't breathe. Don't breathe in. And oh boy, okay. Sorry, I know I'm being quiet about this. I'm trying to be quick at the same time. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Okay, that's light. I was like, what happened? Okay. Good. I think we're good. Okay, so I'll go ahead and put that back in there. I didn't use all of what I put in there, so that's good. It's very good, actually. And a goodbye. So let's go ahead and do the face. Just finishing off the face here, and then we'll do the eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Done Deal blush and highlighter kit from ColourPop. It looks like this. I have no idea if they still sell this, by the way, but that's what it looks like. So I'm going to use, and I have a lip combo in the works too, so we're going to make it work. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go let my dog out because he's having a moment, and I will be right back. Come on. Sorry about that. Okay. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to grab a brush. If I can see one that wants to be used at the moment, I've got that one. And I can use this one too. So this is a slanted brush from ColourPop. So I'm going to go in a little bit on the blush. Okay, just like that. I'm going to grab an AOA Studio slanted brush and go into the highlighter. Now, I did get a couple new highlighters from Shop Miss A, so we will go ahead and pop a little bit of those on. Okay, so just a little bit of luminance right there, but I will go into, I actually got two. I know. I got two of their Halo highlighters. This one is Love Lust, and this one is Desire. I'm going to go in with this darker one, the Love Lust. It's a very soft formula, but very, very pretty. I'm going to take the brush, and I'm just going to use this side and just right across. Tap off any loose product, and just glide it over. Because it's very, very pretty and very nice. It's very strong. And same thing over here. Okay. And just glide it and lightly blend it. Glide and lightly blend. Okay, and then whatever we got left, of course we put down the nose. Why not? Okay. So there's that. And then I am going to do the lip combo so that it can do its thing. So the lip combination is on the first part is going to be this Unique Opulence lipstick. It's called, what are you called? Sitting Pretty. So it's a pink iridescent. So I'm going to apply that first. If I can get it open. There we go. Okay. And so there's that. Then I'm going to pop on another Unique product. This is the Lucrative Lip Gloss, the Moonstruck Minerals, and this one is in the shade Lovable. Looks just like that. And they'll go right on top. So pull it out. Apply. Very nice and bright pink with a hint of the iridescent going on. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get into those eyes, shall we? So I'm going to use this Infatuation palette from Profusion. And we're just going to make a really interesting eye look out of this. So let's go ahead and go for that. All right, so having a small mirror on hand, always helpful. So I'm going to go ahead and use, let's see if I can grab some of these brushes over here. Concealer brush, we don't want to do that. Got some brushes over here, okay? There's some brushes. All right. Now, I did not put the eyelid primer on, so I will go ahead and do that as well. I'm like, why didn't I do that? Because I'm stupid. So, okay, it's right here. So I'm going to use the NYX one. It's the white primer. So I will take this packer brush. It's an AOA Studio packer brush. You can use it for just about anything. So I'm going to go in with a little bit here and just kind of paint it on a little bit. Just a little bit. Get back in there. And it is white, so it gives you a little bit of a pigment anyway. And cancels stuff out. Oh, my phone. Okay. And just do that. Same thing on the other side. You don't need to put on much for this to work, so just light layers. Light layers. Okay, so we now have that. Make sure always to put the cap back on, because if you don't, it'll dry out. Okay, now gonna wipe off what's left onto my hand. That's where everything else goes. All right, so let's go ahead and start the eye look. So I'm gonna pack on with a different brush, of course, with this kind of a brush. I'm gonna use Personal as the base shade. So let's go ahead and do that. Pack it on a little bit onto your brush, tap off the excess, and set the primer with it. Okay. Okay, so that's set. I'm going to continue to use that brush. And we have a color called Disco here that kind of is like this. So I'm going to use the same brush like I just said, tapping off that excess and popping it on the lid here. And I really want to build up the color. Okay. So you can use the same brush again, so get off the pigment. And then for the crease, there's a really bright one here called Jive. So we'll see how that goes. If not, we can always lighten it up. So I'll take this once again. I'm going to dip so lightly in that shade because it is pigmented. So I'm going to start out here. Because look how pigmented that is. Going to start out in here and then just sort of scooch it in there. Just a bit. See? That's really nice looking, actually. Okay. Okay, a little bit more there. Now, that's all we need to do for a pink shade. What I want to do is I'm going to grab another brush here. This is an e.l.f. eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to pop in a shimmer or two. So we're going to go ahead and coat the lid in this shimmer called Gravity, because that looks really pretty. Okay, so we've got Gravity, a little bit on the brush. I'm just going to coat the lid in that. Nice sparkle. Okay. Oh, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Nice. All right. And then I'll use that same brush. I'm just going to get the excess off of it now. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use Halo, which is supposed to be a mixture of Halo and Whimsical. So let's put Whimsical on here first. Just right in there. Okay. And then a little bit of Halo. And I'm going to use Halo, put a little bit more on the brush, and do my inner corners with that. Ooh. So now we're nice and sparkled and everything. And then I'm actually not going to put on eyeliner today. So we're going to go ahead into the lashes, okay? So I'm going to go in with my Unique Epic Moodstruck 4D Fiber Lash Mascara. And we're just going to make those lashes look so nice. All right. There we go. Take off the excess. Okay, there's one lash. All right. See? Who needs eyeliner? All right, you guys, this is it. I'm going to go ahead and set the face with some Touchful Hold setting spray. And we will be on our way. All right, here we go. Woohoo! So we're waving that across. So as this dries, I will go ahead and say thank you so much for watching. Let me go ahead, if you liked any unique products that you saw, I will put my link down here in the comments in case anybody, wants to look at them later. All right. So there it is in the comments, guys. Thank you so much for watching. All right, you have a blessed day, okay? Bye.